My first brush in with the law, I was 17 years old, turning 18. I was in a hotel partying with friends, drinking and smoking. I got arrested, was released on my own recognizance. I continued to drink. One night, I decided to get behind the wheel while drinking all day without eating. People telling me not to drive, not to get in the car. As soon as they went to sleep, I decided to get in the car, drive across bridges, through a tunnel, trying to get to my mother's house in the wee hours of the morning. I drove head on into this pole, going 97 miles per hour. My arm went through the windshield, my face went into the steering wheel. The only thing that stopped me from going through the windshield was the engine. The engine sat on my lap and held me in place. As I gained consciousness, I let my seat back, being numb, pulled my arm out of the windshield, got out of the passenger side because the driver's door was crushed, walked up to the house, knocked on the door, trying to get help. Nobody would open. So I came and got back in the car, through the passenger seat, sat in the driver's seat until the first responders came. They cut the door, pulled me out. I woke up the next morning in the hospital. I lost 70% of my vision in this eye. Pins in my elbow, pins in my knee. Not even realizing how lucky I was to be alive. Not even a year later, as soon as I can walk again, I was drinking again. I continued to go in and out of courts, thinking that it's just slaps on the wrist or consequences of the street life that I was living, not taking heed to the path that I was traveling. That path led me to being sentenced to 61 years in prison. The night of the incident that led to my conviction was the last night that I took a drink, that I did any drugs. And the main thing that I realized is that that was the night that I was sober. And I could not react, I froze. I could not think because I wasn't drinking, because I wasn't high. So I was abnormal when I was supposed to be normal. At that point, I knew I had to change my life. But we have to look at the laws that would allow an 18-year-old to continue without treatment. An 18-year-old that's showing you he couldn't even come to court because he was so drunk in the morning. An 18-year-old that continued to drink and abuse substance to the point that he was a harm to himself, better yet others. We have to look into these laws and see that it's still going on. We still have people that are violating laws and breaking laws behind urges to get high, to get their next fix, not to capitalize off what they're robbing a person for or taking out a person's house or stealing out of a store. They're mainly doing these things to get their next fix or to control their pain and the urges that their body is going through without the substance. Yet, they're sentenced and sent to prison instead of treatment, into an environment where the overdose rate is at an average of 60 per year now. With a height of 81 overdoses DOC had in 2019, they're averaging 60 overdoses per year that are reported. So yes, I will speak on the behalf of the victims, on the behalf of the victimizers, on the behalf of the substance laws that need to be changed that can protect our youth as well as our community? Thank you for this question.